All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the rhythm and the styles that you're used to. It's... Alright everybody, thank you for joining me here at Jimmy Rips, your place for box breaks and hot takes. Today we're going to talk about overtime, we're going to talk about why everybody loves Will Smith, and we're going to get into a new box that I just got in today that I think is pretty special. So, let her rip.
Hot takes, man.
Overtime. I hate overtime. We need to kill it with fire. Kill it dead with fire. And we need less of it, not more of it. So ever since the rule changes, why do we get more of it? Well, if you're feeling like overtime is happening more often than you remember, you're not seeing things. It is statistically proven that back in the day before the rule changes, there used to be every game, 24% of games used to end in overtime. Now, 64% of games end in overtime. Why are we doing overtime? These players get paid by the hour all of a sudden? No. So, the biggest issue right now, in my opinion, is the point system when it comes to overtime. Every game right now ends with the winner getting 2 points and the loser getting 0. Unless it goes to overtime, the loser gets 1 point, but the winner still gets 2 points. So you've created a safety net. You've almost incentivized the idea of going into overtime. This needs to change. We need to stop incentivizing overtime. Stop making overtime a strategy. So when it's tied at the end of the third period, towards the end of the third period, that both teams aren't strategizing, hey, let's not take any real risks and let's just push it to overtime, because at least if we lose, we get that extra point. We walk away with a point. And if we win, it's no harm, no foul. What I feel like has to happen is that we need to put some skin in the game for the winner. My proposal is 3 points per game. And if you win, you get 3 points. If you win in regulation. If you lose in regulation, you get 0 points. Now, if it goes to overtime, you, as the winner, get to concede a point to the loser. So now you only win 2 points for an overtime win, while the loser gets 1 point for an overtime win. This is going to change the whole dynamic at this point, because the more overtime wins you have are fine because you're getting the 2 points, but for another team that's winning in regulation consistently, you're going to fall behind them. So you don't want to leave that point out there when you could just win in regulation and get that 3rd point. I feel like it puts more skin in the game for the winner. It makes it so that at the end of the 3rd period, when it's tied up, both teams are looking to really put it away because they want that extra point. The loser still gets the safety net, or still gets the concession of, hey, you made it through regulation, we're going to give you the point, but we're going to give you the winner's point, not just conjure a point out of thin air and give it to you just as a consolation prize. And the winner, there's no harm, no foul. At the end of this all, the winner ends up either with 3 points in regulation or 2 points in overtime. The loser ends up with 0 points if they lose in regulation, and 1 point if they end in overtime. And I feel like that little change, that little mathematical change, all in itself would solve a portion of the problem that is overtime. Nobody likes overtime. Nobody likes watching their team win or lose in a shootout. You want to see it in regulation where real hockey's played, not the watered down version of the 3-on-3 and then the shootout where you're just trying to force an outcome. I don't hate it in a sense that we need to get rid of the play of overtime. We should, in fact, try and get the game to end and not do ties all the time, because ties, in my opinion, are even worse than not doing an overtime battle to get a definite winner or loser. I just think that I'm tired of seeing more and more games. Like, you see it as 3-3 at the end of a period, and all of a sudden the players aren't really pushing themselves out there. They're making some passes, they're trying some things out, but everything is safe. So again, 3 points. If you win in regulation, you get your 3 points. Everything is great. If you lose in regulation, you get nothing. If you get to overtime, everybody gets something, but the winner has to be penalized a little bit, and the loser gets a concession point for making it to overtime. And that point comes from the winner's pot as a whole. I feel like I said, it'll give you a better valuation of a team. If, the Avs are winning 20 games in a row in regulation, they'll have themselves 60 points, whereas another team that's winning 20 games in overtime only gets 40. So you can kind of see that, yeah, does the team that win in regulation constantly deserve to be ahead of the game, ahead of the class than everybody else? Of course. I feel that way. So hit me up in the comments if you think I'm wrong, if you think this is a good idea, if there's any tweaks to the idea. So again, I feel like the quickest way to do it, just, change the math on it, and it'll change the strategy altogether. Well, there you have it, folks. That was our hot take for the day, and now we're going to move into a player profile where I'll tell you a little bit about a particular hockey player, and we'll have some fun at their expense.
Player profile!
Today's profile is about Will Smith. Will Smith is a great player, drafted 4th overall in his class. He plays for the San Jose Sharks, and he tears it up out there, taking nothing from him. He plays typically on the Macklin-Celebrini line, and he has definitely earned his place in the NHL. So where my issue comes is, look at this picture. He looks like somebody who just finally became a real boy. I want to yell at the screen every time he gets checked into the boards, because I feel like it's minor abuse. If you were to look in the dictionary under mom's favorite kid, this is the picture you see. If he has any siblings and they don't already know that he's mom's favorite kid, somebody please let them know. Hell, I asked my mom who her favorite kid was, and she said it was Will Smith. She doesn't even know the guy. This is what a hockey player looks like in the year of our Lord 2026. And this is what a hockey player used to look like in 1977. This is probably his rookie photo. The guy has a mustache, and he just shaved yesterday. He doesn't even know the meaning of comb over. This guy wears that hairline like a man. This is what a hockey player looked like in 1977. This is who we're dealing with now in 2026. Will Smith is a good boy. If he were a spice, he would be flour. He's so non-controversial, I bet he gets out of the shower to pee. That one still gets me every time. If he ever said a cuss word, it would be the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I've been to Thailand. Will Smith needs a permission slip for every away game. This is Will Smith, and he's a hell of a hockey player.
Jimmy Whips, a new one? That's disgusting.
Alright folks, today's new one is going to be the 2025-26 Blackhawks Centennial Tins. I really got into these later last year when I grabbed a hold of the Bruins one. Wasn't really aware at the time, since I was fairly new to picking the hobby back up, that they did these Centennial boxes. And when I saw a Bruins one, I figured I'd take a chance on it, and I had a great time with them. Really get into two things that I really love a lot, and that is hockey and history. So you don't even have to be a huge fan of the particular team to enjoy these tins, in my opinion, because they, if you like Hall of Famers in general, or if you just like the value of getting a Hall of Fame autograph for resale, then you'll also like these too, because you get some pretty good nuggets in these tins especially. So I would highly recommend those if you're looking for some fun and value and a little bit of history. You might get lucky and get some good stuff. If you are a Blackhawks fan, then you need to rush out and get these. I have a few Detroit Red Wings fans that are hitting me up for when those boxes come out, because they really want me to buy them some boxes as well, or tins as well. So for fans of the team, they are amazing. For anybody who's a big fan of hockey in general, or the history of hockey, you'll love these. If you like Hall of Famers, you'll love these. And you might get lucky and get a nice Hall of Famer autograph. So, unfortunately for myself, being a Caps fan, I'd have to wait another 50 years to find one of these. So I like to live vicariously through other people's teams, so I'm looking forward to grabbing the tin for the Blackhawks and opening it up for you, and can't wait for the Rangers and the Red Wings to come out later this year to open those as well. So here we go. In these tins, the cool thing about them is you can find yourself about 2 autograph cards per tin. There are a slew of inserts and some occasionally a memorabilia in here, and a lot of parallels. But you're gonna get a lot of anywhere from the new stuff, like Connor Bedard, and some older stuff like Dominic Hasek and Bobby Hall. So let's just get into this. I really like it. Kind of my chases on here. One thing I like about this too is I'm not
getting into the better. There's a lot of Bedard cards and parallels in here that I would love to hit just for the value of them, but what I would really like to see in here is a signed Dominik Hasek card. And there's two reasons for that. Number one, the Dominator is an amazing goalie, Hall of Fame goalie. I am a goalie nut through and through, so the fact of getting a Dominik Hasek autographed card in here would be amazing. Number two, if you haven't seen a Dominik Hasek autograph, please go out and check out, like on eBay, look for Dominik Hasek autographed cards. You will not be disappointed. This guy is the GOAT of autographs. I can only imagine this guy's got like a 6-pack on his palms, the amount of times he's, instead of those little squiggles that I feel like they teach these guys to do because they have to sign thousands of these. Dominik made, that was a real signature. Like, you could almost open a bank account with that signature for him. So, implore you to take a look at that signature and tell me that there's a better one out there. So, without talking too much now, I'm going to go ahead and get into these cards. There's 9 cards a pack, 15 packs in a tin, and we are chasing autographs, but in all, we're just looking to have a little fun with this. So.
Welcome to New York. Everything that we do exclusive, make sure that it's all inclusive. I was taught make no excuses. As a man, you can't be useless. Man up cause these people ruthless. Down, these thoughts clueless. Lobster Mac, I'm up at Roof Chris from
Alright, so here's your base. Kevin Korchinski has the red, the black, the green on here representing the main colors of the Blackhawks. I do like the look. The color schemes on here is really great. And these are the base. So it looks like we have a gold parallel on here. This is Dominik Hasek. Would love to see an autograph of his. Hall of Fame, Doug Wilson. And record holders, Corey Crawford. Hall of Fame inserts, record holder inserts, and a Blackhawks Craig Anderson. This is a parallel, the gold right here. I don't think they're numbered. No, they're just yellow. So, capturing a champion, Brian Bickle. And what's funny about these is some of these names I've heard for sure. Brian Bickle's one, a name that I remember hearing people talk about. And then Dale Talon and Tom Lysiak.
Chris from my tone, you peep the smoothness. In this world, you get the loot. Then your dreams is gonna be lucid. Fool me one time, shame on you. Second time, you gonna be foolish. All that BS for the birds that come to me.
Oh, here's our first autograph, and this is Auntie Neiman, everyone's favorite aunt. Auntie Neiman.
Is that his name?
That is an actual good autograph right there. There's some time put into it, at least.
I'm chucking deuces. I stay loyal to the soil, never out here breaking truces. On this road, it's bumps and bruises. Either you move smart or stupid. Nikes on my feet, yeah. And I got a couple swooshes. We ain't have a choice, really. It was either sports or music. Came up in that 90s gritty. That's why this so therapeutic. And you know the flow like fluid. Leave a water boy ruin. Always under the influence. Catch me fresh up in the newest. But I'm always round the fewest. Brothers that I call my unit. G with my G's, cause you know them hundreds be the bluest. On some coward, always talking politics, staying to ourselves. We've been proud of our accomplishments, seen a lot of, but that don't mean I had to follow it. We in a different caliber, these just some scavengers, feeling like King Arthur when he grabbed the sword Excalibur. Always plan ahead, we've been looking at the calendar. Designated driver, but I'm sitting in the passenger, stacking up our bread. We just watch the numbers adding up. I ain't gon' front, we gon' need a bladder, bruh. All that don't matter, you could tell them batter up. I need my pockets fat enough. Hit her with that stamina, keep getting fat chatter, bruh. Pull up in the Maxima, turned up to the maximum. We in here laying tracks again. This here was designed and it wasn't by no accident. Like Dill said on Tempo, had to switch up the tempo. And we never forcing vibes, cause we keeping it simple.
This be space-time continuum breaking speech. The clock's tick-tocking, quit watching, I'm making heat. Get burned, turn, flip like a snitch. When I spit words, quick I spit the vicious shit. Then I dip swerve, driving to a lane less infested with lanes. And I cess burning, who you saying the best? I'm playing chess learned. Y'all was playing checkers, Papa Sans and Mapa Sot. I was off the rock and nothing changed cause I'm still on. 1 to a million, I'm crazy beyond gone. Most convoluted mind in the world since the dawn of Swan. Conquer the world with wonton soup recipes like much love to the God beat. I'm probably afflicted with cerebral palsy. The way I keep slipping off these bits of odd speech, singing, you could chase $1, yeah, you could chase a dream, but you chase a happy ending, that be something you ain't seen.
Bible on it, just 100 on the dash. Quick flip, clutch quick, or this all could crash. I got the records that make up the math. I put my head down and get to the bag. You talking like I got you mad. To keep it real, I'm playing with you still. I rap part-time, so got more numbers than you ever will.
And here's our memorabilia card, Madhouse,
when
which
you
is
up
the
like a Smith in Beverly
typical
Hills.
memorabilia.
Heard they want my hand, this heavy crown. Heard when you're up, they wanna bring you down. This is upstate, with killers they clutch things. Fourth quarter shooters like C-Web with the set case. Johnson laid down a verse, he made me rap again. Ain't done a cipher since when Mace was coming back again.
Yeah, that's great.
This is one take, don't run it back again. This epidemic is epic, gon' make them go cash it in. Yeah.
Straight from the middle, my middle finger erect. Is Xavier or is Zaddy? Make sure you speak it correct. I'm popping for my people, they peeking, peeping my prep. My get your money, make sure you keep the respect. They steady chasing the clout and we catching paper, it's opposite. Speaking on my name, just make sure you come on some proper. Coaching, calling plays, I done got it popping like Popovich. From my city, retire fighting, they pop across the populace, eating pasta and lobster with rosé in a cold glass. High hopes and low class, you bitter with your just plant the seed, it grow fast. What you eat is what you grow. Only speak on what you know. Art gon' last forever, but the pain will always come and go. If they saying stay the same, they don't want you to grow. I speak the truth, I bet they feel it for infinity. Said it, then I'm in it. I keep the same energy.
I'm brave-hearted, no days off, me to pay larger. I'm blind to an op like a Ray Charles. I'm lit with the gotta wait charge. Ahead with the script, got a late start. Like I'm skateboard P with the babes on. Bet I won't slip on the radar. They thoroughbred me for this, it's a cakewalk. Out to Mars with the bars when I take off. Put a young ray gun with the safe off. Got a digital face and it's rockets. Bet I feel safe with a bigger profit. I wanna walk in the bank, then I feel awkward. I wanna cop a big space with a new carpet. Got him off aim on the new target. I'm sick with the way that the addiction pay pictures. I'm all in their face, make them feel nauseous. Big smile on my face, but I feel foggy. No links up, but I'm still logged in. Cardion arms like a Mr. Rogers. Rolling up parsley with the pigs raw. I'm in the space coupe with the tank garment. Finna burn figure eights till I get car sick. Wide, clean plate, but he's still starving. Late stakes ones and I'm still saucy. Big slept on, got him still groggy. Only day one, but I'm still flossing. Got the ink on the brink of the page off. I've been had to work, I'm all out in the field with the ripped garment. They lost all in the feelings that they've been harboring. Got it lit with it, fit something in his water. I'm mixing up the juice with the gin.
And our autograph for Jeremy Rowan.
The mean is chronic, I got hooked to speaking phonics through the speaker boxes. Coat the easel on him, got him head banging like a teeter-totter. Mother streaming, I'ma did the beat is solid. I'm a creature on it, made and featured on it. Had a seizure on it, going easy on him. Wave.
This is an orange border. I think those are numbered. Are these numbered? Michael Goulet for memorable moments. High decibel. Yep, to 125. I'm not sure if you can see. This is 58 to 125. for Doug Gilmore. I like that. We'll take a numbered card. Last pack. I hope y'all enjoyed this, especially if you're any Blackhawks fan out there, that this was a good trip down memory lane. Again, I'd highly recommend a tin like this just because you get a nice cool tin. I end up putting all these, when I did the Bruins one, I put all the cards right back in the tin for posterity, and I think every time a Centennial one comes out I'll get a hold of it and just kind of keep that going. Quick recap, we got ourselves a numbered parallel for Doug Gilmore, captains. Our Jeremy Roenick autograph. Got a Niemi Centennial Choice autographs. And our Madhouse. Hope you had a good time. This was actually a lot of fun. I might get another one, but that's the box.
And there we have it, folks. We talked about how overtime is the devil, how Will Smith is an angel, and we pulled a Hall of Fame autograph out of a Centennial tin. I hope everybody had a great time. See you next time. Please smash the like and subscribe button. Any cards that you see on here, chances are you're going to see them on Bad Habit Sports Cards, my eBay store, so please check it out. Thanks a lot, everybody, and have a great day.